It's a shame that I have this nice big backyard and I don't use it. So why not use it for this video? Although I do mow it regularly, once a week. Because if you don't this time of year, you regret it pretty quick. That's the issue with the backyard, is all the trucks. There's always a lot of trucks going down that road this time of day, so it's one of those trade-offs. All right, I want to discuss the finale I watched last night of The Flash season 5, and I don't know where to start. the whole season can kind of be summed up with, oh god, I never liked Cicada, and when they went from the first Cicada to Cicada 2, I hated it more. I went from, he's kind of a weak villain, to, this is aggravating. And then the big reveal is that Thawne is the big villain. And because it's Barry Allen, he fails miserably. So let's recap. Okay, so if Thawne gets the dagger destroyed, if Thawne gets the dagger destroyed, then he's free in the future. We're going to ignore that new timelines are created completely, that destroying the dagger might have changed everything in the future, and it's just going to make the dagger disappear from Thawne's chest, even though that would mean it was never there in the first place. So, Barry does this, and he wants to save his daughter, but his daughter ends up dead. I don't understand. Okay, Thawne won. Nora's dead. They haven't seen Back to the Future. When your kid's disappearing, all you have to do is kiss while there's romantic music playing, and your kids magically return. And while Nora's disappearing, I thought, wait, so they're not going to have sex then? But of course, the storyline, the plot line that's shown at the end is that Barry's going to disappear now. So the storyline, the cliffhanger for season 6 is that Barry's going to disappear and nobody will know where he is. It feels like we've done this before. Didn't we do this with Arrow? Haven't we done this with numerous heroes? Would the world be a better place without Barry Allen? And I say this while I'm wearing a Flash jersey. I'm wearing a Flash jersey and a Flash hat. And I think maybe the world's better off without the Flash. That's a legit feeling I have. Barry Allen's been the problem the whole time. This series, his prodigy was the problem. She created a different Cicada, and changed the timeline, and people died, and you know, I'd like to spend more time with Cecile. I'd like to see more with her in it. I don't hate Iris anymore. I used to. Oh, big time. There were a couple of moments this season where I was like, really? She's so melodramatic and... But in general, I liked Iris this year. I like Ralph. They could do a show with Team Flash without Flash in it. The problem is, since Flash creates all the problems, if Flash isn't in it, there won't be any problems. There won't be any crimes to solve. Because it sort of feels like it's all Flash's fault. Because you can look at this season and say, well, it wasn't Flash's fault. No, but it was Nora's. Since he created Nora. And I don't know where you go with that. I guess Nora's off the show for good, which is for the best. I mean, when you do time travel storylines, the fact that they so easily go between now and 30 years in the future it felt lazy to me. It felt like a huge reach. And then towards the end of the season, they give us a background episode on Nora, which we kind of needed earlier in the season, so we felt like we cared about the character, and then it doesn't matter. And the most interesting character in that final episode is Thawne, and we don't get enough time with him either. I guess we'll get a different Harrison Wells next year again. Somebody else. Thawne, anybody? I don't know. We're in for, I think, an interesting season 6 because, again, it felt like we had a weak villain this year. The plot lines weren't great. The overall feel of the show was, I don't know. I don't feel like there was any change from the way this season started to the end. I just don't. Now we've got this Medicure and Cisco took it. I'm not sure that I understand why. I guess they'll get into that. Although the way that they made it feel, it's like Cisco's leaving the show. So if Cisco's leaving the show, I guess I understand him losing his meta powers before he goes, but why? I found myself asking that question a lot this episode. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why? We've got to stop Thawne, and then we've got to help Thawne, and then we've got to stop... Wait, what are you guys doing? And the interesting thing to me is, here's this big bad villain who you feel like could kill Barry whenever he feels like it, because he shows up randomly. For some reason, he still uses Harrison Wells' face, even though people know he's not Harrison Wells. Doesn't use his own face. If I was Harrison Wells from another Earth, I'd be going, why are you using, or Sherlock, why you use my face? Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, it's weird, it's bizarre, but it's I don't know how I feel about this season. It's over, it's done. It's one of the few shows that I still watch when I'm not watching hockey. I make sure I get caught up on it. I don't know. I'll keep watching, but I want a stronger villain next year. I want a more cohesive storyline. And I fast-forwarded through a lot of the last 4 episodes, where I was like, well, I know where this scene's going. Thank God for Netflix on that. I know where this scene's going. Skip. All right, this is a scene involving somebody else. I know where this scene's going, too. Skip. Oh, well, I know where this one's going. All right, so there was one episode I know I watched in, like, I think 7 minutes. I didn't miss anything. I was like, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign for a show. But there you go. And part of it may be that I've spoiled myself with Netflix lately and watching series that have 6 episodes or 8 episodes in them instead of the bloated 22 episode count you see for American television. And you don't realize how bloated it is until you try to binge watch. And you're like, this episode doesn't do anything, I can skip this. This episode doesn't do anything, I can skip that too. So there you go. Let me know what you guys thought, if you're big Flash fans. And this video kind of shows for people who are like, why doesn't Shannon do videos outside on his deck? Now you know, it's kind of noisy out here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.